I hope you're at least okay. Look who's in the background with me. It's silly. And then I have Michael. Come on, my Mike. We got him more meds. We did, my Mike. Coming up. Okay. Isn't he so cute? I love him so much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Isn't he so cute? Wait a minute. Vitamin dog. I think I left my conscience in the church time. Big yawn, y'all. Big yawn. I'm just physically tired. I have more stuff to do. I had an exam already. Last night. Technically, it's like, I don't know if it's a quiz or whatever. I think I have like 3 exams a semester, 4 exams a semester, and then a quiz every week. So I had my first quiz yesterday. And guess what? I had some material on the quiz that was supposed to be in a book that is delayed. I didn't get it in time. So I'm annoyed. They're like, we should have had ample time for meeting the syllabus and blah. That's a fucking lie. Sorry, my. Okay, I'm gonna turn the water down a little bit. Just because we're strangers. Oh, my, you good? Wait, let me do it just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, it should be working pretty okay. It is low-key the smaller one. It's still doing okay. Okay. That's good enough for me. Oh yeah, also, I've been in the baggy and baggy train, which is like funny because I rectangle vibes. But no problem with that. Sometimes I feel like looking like a rectangle is fine. Also, I should probably wait a minute or two before I talk too much. I've been doing a lot of plant stuff today. And I'm not working. George! Did you get my letter yet? Because I got your package today. I also didn't open it on stream because I knew I would cry, and I did in fact like cry for a while, and I felt like very personal, so I didn't want to like share it with everyone, which makes me feel kind of bad. But I'm gonna start crying again. I did check the mail today. Sorry. Dang, no, that's okay. No worries, no worries. When you see it, you're gonna be like, oh my god. And I'm also glad. Oh my goodness. I'm not yawning because I'm tired. I am tired. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not bored. That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard for me to talk because I'm trying to not cry. But it was so sweet. It was so sweet. And I don't know. I have everything like all put up. You can see I have the cool jar right there, which is so cute. I have everything over here. It is very nice. And I'm very excited. And I'm going to use it all the time, just so you know. And it makes me very happy. But anyways, the letter I sent you is going to be funny. It makes your day good. I'm sorry. I feel bad for not opening it on stream, but also, I don't know. Sometimes when it's really personal, I don't always like sharing that sort of thing, if that makes sense. Not because I don't want you to see it. It's bad. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, but no one told me that it was there for a while, so I was like, okay. That's okay. It was just for you. Okay, good, because that makes me feel really happy. The sticker, though, that's gonna be funny. Oh my god. It's because I'm holding my breath because I'm trying to not cry. But, I just need to drink water. But yeah, the sticker will be very funny because of what I sent you. I had no idea that you were sending me this. So I was like, holy fuck, this is hilarious. So I think you might be a little tickled about it. Not even a little. You're gonna laugh really hard. You're gonna be like, oh my god. Which is so funny. Oh man, if we keep talking about this, I'm gonna keep crying, just so you know. And I had to shower and stuff, so my face was really red. Okay. I hope you don't mind all the cat bread. No, I actually really liked it. Like, I'm not even lying. It's very tasteful. My favorite piece is the hat that has the leather on it. Oh my gosh. Like, I was like wearing it outside today and stuff. So, it was very nice. I'm okay, Ollie. Ollie says hi. But I was already wearing it. And I'm gonna wear it all the time. They match everything. Yeah, the brown one. Can I show it? Is it okay if I show it? I'm gonna show it because I really like it. I'm gonna show just a little bit. Okay, but I really like this one. This one's my favorite because I was actually wanting to get a hat like this. I wear hats all the time, like everywhere I go, especially when I'm in public. Yeah, I flatten it a little bit more. But this is like how I look in public most of the time. I always wear a hat. Yeah, you wear the same one. Ah, oh, we're matching. I'm gonna wear this all the time. I hope you know that. I don't know. I think I'll put, it'll be cute. I'll show you when I'm done. I might just take a picture and send it to you because you did that and that was very clever. And I think I might do that with some stuff. I think you'll like it. Oh, but hi, Chaotic. Anyways, I wrote everything down so I wouldn't, so you'll see, I'll send you your response soon because I know it's kind of personal, so I don't want to share too much of it here because so you'll get the rest of my opinion in a little bit. But I had to stop writing because I cried too much. I'm not fucking sentimental though. I'm not. I don't cry all the time. Anyways, hi, Chaotic. Shut the fuck up, Andrew. No, don't say anything. Big girls don't cry. Exactly. Andrew says I have like short girl energy. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. But anyways, they say hi, Andrew. You need to come say hi now.
Okay.
You're obligated.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Ollie. Come here. Yeah, I know you want the snuggles. Hello. Hello. Oh, I also fixed the fish tank. I needed to add more water, which was really nice. I'm going to. I know, Ollie's been so sweet. Wait, Andrew, you need to share with them what your coworkers, how they reacted to Ollie.
They're like, oh, Jesus
No.
Christ, he's big.
No, explain it to them.
I just put him on webcam and they were like, wow, that's a big dog.
He's fucking huge. And now Sadie's in here too.
I
She
see
gets
him,
so jealous. I see him. All the pets today.
Yeah.
They lick your leg.
No, he's a slobbery man.
Yeah. Oh, he's a big dog. Okay. Okay, have fun. Are you gonna take Sandy? You should.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Leave Ollie with me. And lock up behind you.
What?
Lock up behind you. Chaotic says, you look really good with long hair, Andrew.
Thank
He says thank you. And he walked away. He's taking Sandy on a walk. Usually we do it like in the morning or whatever, or like afternoon for lunch. We have to walk them separate though, because they're a handful. Sandy wants to eat everything and Ollie's afraid of everything. So Sandy will just literally just bite random things as we're walking and tries to eat it. I know, Siri loves, oh Oop. Siri loves it a lot. He's really good at it. He hops from the bottom all the way to the top. So nowadays, Michael goes in this little box thing, or he lays up there. And Bixby, whoop, she'll lay in this. That's why I have to have it. Do you see how the chair is like the same height and it's on the chair a little bit? I have to do that because Bixby's so fat. Which is okay. It's okay to be a little heavy, you know? But she's so big that when she jumps on it, it falls over. And I still need to like put it into the wall. But I'm gonna redo all the plant stuff first. I know, I felt bad for her. She's my baby though. She was using the mat for a minute. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry I'm tired. I had a pop quiz thing. It's not a pop quiz. I had a quiz that I had to do last night. Because I didn't have the book, I had to try to find a PDF of the book online, and I couldn't. But I found the chapters I needed. But it's okay. I always like have this little thing here. I don't know why. It just feels right. It feels like I'm supposed to have a link in there. So I just keep doing it. It's just one of those things. Yeah. But look at Siri. He just does that. Sometimes, on some of our windows, we have like these cat hammocks, and he'll put his head over it like that, and he'll start choking and like asphyxiating himself. Isn't that when you lose oxygen? And it's a moment. It is a moment. I know, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, George, you made my day though. You did make my day, and I hope you know that. I was so worried. I thought I'd get lost, and I didn't want you to waste anything. Do you see him? Sorry, it's so distracting. He's staring at the camera. He's such a good boy. I love him a lot. Monsieur. But yeah, I I hope that I don't know. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I need to talk about something else, or I'm going to keep crying. I have a new plant. Remember my olive tree that I was talking about? I don't know if I actually talked about it a lot, but I got an olive tree from the store. It was on sale because it had scale, but I didn't know that it did, which is like a really gross disease on plants, and it's really annoying and hard to get rid of certain plants, especially trees. But I got another one as backup, and I already treated all the leaves, and this one's a little bit bigger. So I was thinking we might be able to pot it up today. I don't think I will repot it all the way, but see, it's still in a bag. Usually they're like $50, but I got this one at Aldi for 10. So I was like, damn it, I have to get it. And that's what happens. That's why I have so many plants. They're on sale, and I'm like, I have to get it. And then I get them. And I got this instead of my snacks. But I already got other snacks, so it's okay. Chaotic says, I'm doing okay. I'm actually doing good today. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm very glad you are. You deserve to be doing good. I hope we're all having a good vibey day. I'm unboxing this, by the way. If you don't, it will, I don't know what'll happen to it. I really like Mediterranean cheese. Well, thank you. I appreciate your kindness. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. Oh, George says, wait. I saved that drawer from an old garden shed I took down from my sister. She told me she didn't want anything left in it, and I couldn't throw it away. I had to rescue it. I'm so glad you did. It's so cool. I wonder what they put in it. Do you want me to show everybody? Would that be helpful? Because I kind of want to, like, it's really cool. Do I have permission? I have it in my background. If I'm gonna use it. Ah, you can. Okay, cool. Cool. It's so neat. I'm kind of afraid to hold it like this a lot, but it's so cool. I it reminds me of you know, like those older oil, not oil cart, um, what are they called? The lanterns that have like the reservoir and you put the wick in it and then you light it and then you put the thing on top. That's what this reminds me of. But it says trademark, patented November 20th, 1917, April 8th, or through April 8th, 1919. Look at that! That's so cool! It says the Cleveland Metal Products Company and made in the United States. It's so cool. 1917 is a really interesting date because that's when we got involved in World War One. Fun fact. And damn, it's so weird. This is like a relic of history. I think it's so cool. I love stuff like this. My grandpa had things like this too. And you can take this metal band off with this clasp, but I'm not going to do it. It took a couple days to convert the rest back to a metal. You cleaned it? Ah, that makes me so happy. You did a really good job. I'm going to keep it away from the water though, to try to keep it all clean. Oh, that's so cool. I was thinking about putting like a plant in here, but I don't want to do that. I think that'd be weird. What should I put in here? Wait, we should look up the Cleveland Metal Products Co. Oh, I had to take the band off to take care of the rust. It is so cool. I love triangles too. They're my favorite shapes. Just so you know. I don't know why. It reminds me of lots of things. Lots of like religious stuff is like triangle based and everything. This is so cool. Ah! I'm happy it didn't break any shipping. I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I was walking home and I was like, I have no idea what's in this, but I hear something jostling a bit. So I was so careful. Was so worth it. It was so worth it. Ah, do you see how cool that is? But we're looking this up really quick. I want to know the Cleveland. Look, I'm afraid of doing this too much though. Cleveland Metal Products Co. You're gonna be so tickled when you see what I sent you. You're gonna be so fucking tickled. You're gonna be like, holy moly. I'm gonna keep this next to me so I can Google it actually. But you should be happy because this is awesome. I'm gonna keep it as long as I can. Cleveland Metal Products Co. And it's a really heavy duty jar. Like they don't make jars like that anymore. Not that thick. Okay. So Cleveland Metal Parts. Is it Metal Parts? Metal Products Company. Yeah. Oh, these are so cool. Ah! They're kerosene bottles. That's what it's for. That is. I was fucking right. It was for, like, gas or, like, a ignitable fluid. So. You actually kept really good. You took really good care of it, by the way. I found. I found one with a cork in it. I'm gonna. Wait. I love all stuff. Good. As you should. As you should. Old stuff is so cool. Dang, there's green ones too. That's so cool. Just so you know, it is worth a pretty penny. So I don't know if you knew that, but it is really cool. This green one is, at least. This is the one that I could find. I'm gonna send it to you. That is so cool. I'm gonna keep it though. I'm gonna keep it as long as I can. Literally, it's treasured. It's so cool. I love old stuff like this. My grandmother, we didn't get along super well, but she collected kerosene lamps. You know, I think they're called kerosene lamps. The ones where you like put the fluid in and then you light it and stuff. Is it kerosene? I don't. But the oil lamps, yeah, she collected all of them. And this, I always wish I kept one of them when she moved, but she took her collection with her when she moved down to live with my aunts and stuff. Um, but yeah, this is so sentimental. How many did she have? At least over 30. Like, maybe more. She had some, she was kind of a hoarder though, not gonna lie. Our attic was filled, because I lived with my grandma for a while, but our attic, oh, also, hi, you're new, Mia. But she had so many. So on special events and holidays, she would take some kerosene, put it in the lamp, and then she'd light it. And we would sometimes have it. So I think so remember my grandpa was a pastor. We're gonna have like a little story time here. My grandfather was a pastor, and there's a story in the Bible, not to make it biblical, like I'm not really a Christian, just so you guys know, but there's a story in the Bible of a family who was running low on oil. They needed light and stuff like that to be able to see in their home at night and as like a form of protection to keep them safe. And they were really afraid. So they prayed every single night and they were like, please make sure that we have enough oil. And every single morning they would go in and they'd check and they had like the same amount of oil every day for a very long time. I can't remember if it's a couple weeks or whatever, but it was way longer than the oil should have lasted. And I can't remember if the oil was for food or if it was for a lamp, but that I remember it being my grandma would always light the lamp when she would tell the story. And I would help out with it's called like what is it called? It's like once a year you have like a ton of kids. We did so much stuff, Bible school and like Bible study and stuff like that, but it's like once a year. Uh, Vacation Bible School, that's what it's called. So like after school is out and stuff like that, for a week in the summer we'd have VBS, and then after that we would have camp meeting, which is an Adventist thing I've talked about before. But for VBS, my grandma would bring it and we would light it and tell stories to the kids. So it was very like seeing this made me think of that like immediately because the glass is like the same type. Oh, that's so cool. And this was a kerosene bottle. That is so neat. I am so tickled. This is like it actually makes me very happy. But yeah, there's lots of little things like that. So my grandparents we would bring like lots of props and tools and stuff like that when we would teach and everything. Just because having a visual aid and being able to pass that around is really beneficial, especially with like retaining stuff. But yeah, it was so cool. So this, I'm keeping it because it just, I don't know, it reminds me of like a lot. And I'm gonna try to take very good care of it too. Because that stuff is, it can be pretty valuable too. But it's gonna stay right there on my desk. Actually, I might set it down one so it's not always in the light. But this is also really helpful because it protects all of my date plants from my cats. Guys, they're bitches. I have a ton of like dog treats in that little box thing too. Yeah. So this is really cool. But yeah, my grandma had a lot of them. She said it reminded her of when she was younger because I'm not going to talk. I mean, I feel like it's okay for me to talk about. My grandmother was adopted. Um, so she didn't really have like a lot of stuff because she was adopted into a lower income family and stuff like that. And the church kind of took her in, which is why she was so heavily religious. Uh, Long story. I'm not going to get like super deep into my family history, but yeah, she would have kerosene lamps and stuff like that. That would be like with her motherly figure, and it was very sentimental to her. So that's why during special events we would light it. Which is I don't know. So lamps are very like having this lamp is really nice. And eventually I want to have like larger kind of like um kerosene lamps and stuff like that, or yeah, I just think they're really cool. It's very sentimental. So I used to in one of my old apartments with my ex, I had a lot of those decorations too. I had like you could kind of put like candles in it and they would kind of hang. It'd be like a little glass container. I had a couple of those and those were decoration. And I also had to have them like that because my cats would light themselves on fire on the candles. So if I wanted to have a candle, I'd have to put it in like that little glass container. So I just kind of like hang them in little spots or I'd have them out. Yeah. Chaotic says, I hope these memories are good memories. Oh no, they are. Like, just because you can have like really sour memories with people doesn't always mean that like everything about it's negative. Sometimes it's really nice to like think about the positive things. It doesn't erase the negative things that happen for sure, but it does like I don't know. It kind of reminds me that like you can have an identity and attachment to things and kind of like you accept the bad stuff. You don't really allow the people back in. But yeah, you can still have positive memories with negative people. I don't know. I've kind of moved past a lot of that in most of my life, which is why like having this is really sentimental. If you showed me this like 5 years ago when I wasn't as close to my family and stuff, then I probably would have been like really upset. But after a lot of my relatives passed away and stuff, I found a lot more peace with it because it's like, well, there is no conflict to resolve anymore because everything's pretty much done. So it's sentimental. It's like potentially. Oh, hi, Dari. Sorry. Thanks, George. Dari says, OMG, Josie, I went out for lunch and now I've got nuclear grade indigestion because I was, well, greedy breath. What a vibe. I hope that went well. I hope you had a good time. Yeah, sometimes my stomach gets upset like that too. But yeah. George says, did the coffee cup make it okay? I stuffed it in a box sleeve, the handle for breaking out. But yes! I have it right here! Ah! I want it. You don't even understand. The things that you have sent me, I don't think you know. It's also things that I've never talked about, but I've always wanted like an all black cup like this. Like, even with the logo. I like the logo on it. It's like actually something that makes me happy. And then I can be like, you don't understand. You don't understand. And in my family, you don't know this. I don't think I've talked about this because my family does a lot of agriculture stuff. And there's always a huge debate between Cat and John Deere. And I've talked on this channel about how much I fucking hate John Deere because of the stuff that they've been doing. But my family is like a cat family. So the fact that I have all this cat merch also is really sentimental to me and made me cry a lot because it's like it's stuff that like reminds me of like the positive memories. I was bawling. Like I might start crying again. George says, I knew you hated John Deere. Yeah, fuck John Deere. My coworker was wearing a John Deere shirt today, and I was like, bro, you shouldn't be wearing that trash here. And he was like, well, you shouldn't be like all hip hoppy like this at work. And I was like, fuck you. Dari says, I like Cat. I have their work boots. Yeah, they make really good gear too. And it pisses me off a little bit because a lot of people who are in Nebraska and stuff, they wear a lot of cat stuff as like in work clothes as a fashion statement. So you unironically gave me such a freaking flex with this hat. You don't even know. My coworker is gonna be so jealous. Darius, your new hat. Yeah, exactly. My coworker is gonna be so jealous of this, and I'm afraid to wear it around her because, like at the garden place that I work at sometimes, she loves it. And because it's like has the leather cap, she's been wanting a hat similar. I'm not gonna give it to her. This is mine. But she's been wanting one like this for so long, and I'm just gonna be like, she's gonna be pissed. It'll be funny. Not that I want to make her jealous, but like you know what I mean. She's gonna be sassy. And but she already has like other really cool cat stuff. She gets it from her fiance, which is cute. Daria says, "Is Nebraska a land of farmers?" Yes. I mean, kind of. We have a lot of agriculture workers here. My family primarily does like cattle, which is why a cat comes more in handy. John Deere is more for like, oh, thank you, Durr, for following, by the way. But that's why I got distracted. But that's why my family's more into cat, because cat makes better materials for like cow stuff. I don't know why. Daria says, "Oh, it's the furry hat cap. I used to have one like that too." I know. I've been wanting one so bad. I'm gonna put a leather conditioner. I also have to get more leather conditioner too, so this is how I'm gonna justify it. Andrew's gonna be like, "God damn it," because I keep my clothes for a really long time. Okay, I have boots, UGG boots from middle school, the ones that have like the leg warmers built into it, and I need to refinish them, and I don't have any conditioner, and it'll actually work really well with the hat too. You don't even understand. This was perfect timing. It was really nice. And I cried a lot because it's all so sentimental. Like, yo, my well, like a lot of my relatives passed away, which is kind of sad. I've talked about that before. I mean, I try not to talk about it too much because it does make me cry a lot. But one of my relatives who passed away, he had, I don't know, he had like a set of cat keys like this, and he would always have them in his pocket, and I would steal them when I would go to the farm. And I wouldn't hide them everywhere, but I really like to touch the like he had one very similar to this, and I really loved to like run my fingers over it as like a thing. I don't know, because I'd sit there and I'd just he'd give me his keys, so I'd be like not super annoying, and I just sit there like this. And I wore a lot of the paint off of it. So having this is, you don't even understand. You don't even understand. Unnecessarily sentimental. Which is really nice. Remember, that key will start any cat machine. Which is funny. Funny because my neighbors, well, one of my neighbors, kind of like a little while away, they're redoing their back porch and they have a cat machine and they leave it out at night. So I'm like, but I'm gonna keep that. That's for future shit. I will not do anything illegal. I would never. I am a good person. Don't fucking look at me like that, boy. I don't do any of that shit.
Anymore.
Anymore. I have never done anything like that ever. I'm a good girl. Ah! Accounting says, "I don't have any idea what you guys are talking about. JD and Cat are like companies." Yeah, John Deere is a company and so is Cat. And they both work on, yeah. Darius says John Deere and Cat are farming megacorps. Yeah. Yup. And there, if you live in an ag like area, like Wayland, Utah, but if you live in an agriculture area, there is major debate about like which one is better. Like there's always, and everyone who like they start off with John Deere and they either get sucked into it. Like the only people that I know who like John Deere are people who are into commercial farming and they're paid by a larger corporation to do stuff. Otherwise, everyone I know that's like family owned and stuff like that, they use Cat. That is the vibe. Dory says John Deere no, they don't, because they gatekeep everything. Cat is better because, to my knowledge, from my understanding, Cat makes better equipment more or less. They do. And John Deere, with their tractors and stuff like that, they make it so you can't do any maintenance to it. You can't really work on it without getting, like taking it into them or ordering their special parts and stuff. I, like, maybe 80 years ago or something like that, it was better, but yeah. Dari says, you can see Josie has complete loyalty to the Cat Megacorp. No, but I've talked about this with George here before. I've talked about, like, how Cat is more preferred than John Deere, and that's why I respected him for his job. And I was like, yeah, vibes. Which, like, I'm not, like, super loyal to anything, per se, but this does make me happy. So I even Cat is Caterpillar. That is true. Okay, Doris. Okay. Then why does it say Cat on everything? And it makes me feel better because cats are my favorite animal too. So, like, there is no downside. The cat is the largest manufacturer of construction equipment in the world. That's true. It is true. I also like how it's easier to maintenance their products. That's my 2 cents. Because like I said before, actually I didn't say this like today, but literally John Deere will have a special like SIM reader or like a chip reader built into their machine for certain parts so that if you don't buy a specialized John Deere part to reinstall into your machine, it will not run because it has to read a certain chip type, which is ridiculous. Daria says, if you're into farming chaotic, it's the equivalent of Messi versus Ronaldo, which there is no argument. Messi is better. He's like, I see that simplifying. Yeah. Anyways, this made me happy. It was very cute. And obviously, the kerosene, you had no idea about that. Like, I don't know. This actually made my day because I was just thinking about how I wanted more lamps. That's why it's partially why I have that one all the time because it's like a special occasion thing. And coming on stream is like very special and sentimental to me. So like in my future home, I'm going to have lots of like lanterns, like little like glass boxes and stuff because I'll probably have pets still, so. And they are very accident prone and they love to light themselves on fucking fire. So yeah. This is really cool. George says, after I retired from Cat, the local John Deere dealer called me to see if I would come work for them. And yes, I turned them down. Hey, proud of you. Next, send her John Deere stuff and make her do an unboxing live next week. No. If you sent me John Deere stuff, I would take the logo off of everything. Because that's why George was like, well, I don't know if you guys were here for this, but you maybe remember this, George, but you were like, I'm sending you some stuff with Cat on it. Like, will you still wear it? Is it okay? And I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. I live in Nebraska. Like, I'm actually okay with Cat for the most part. Like, it's kind of like how with cars and stuff like that. Like, cars have a monopoly and everything. And like, no chaos. Maybe. If you kept doing it, I'd be like, stop, don't put your money into this. Like, why are you doing that? Chill. But, no, it's like if you want a car, you have to buy something from a major car brand if you want to have it. So, it's the same vibe. This is cool. Cars have a monopoly? Yeah, in certain areas. Like, there's not a lot of car companies when you think about it. George says, I remember that. I was worried you wouldn't want them. And I didn't know how to explain this to you because I was like, I'm gonna wait and then I'll, like, because I'm not good at, like, expressing things unless it's, like, in the moment. Like, I could be like, yeah, no, I'll really like it. Like, don't worry. And I'll be like, yeah. But then people never take it as genuine when I say that, even if I'm genuinely like, yes, they will make me happy. So I was like, okay. I'm just gonna wait till it's here, and then I'll be like, look, I enjoy this, and then I could explain it to you because it's better that way. IMO, in my opinion. So that's why I was like, I was crying a lot because I was like, fuck. This is very sentimental. I don't know, I'm not gonna like show everything on stream, you know. But another thing that I wanted to share that I thought was really cool was this koozie because it's like it's supposed to be like an oil filter and it shows you like a diagram of how to replace it and it literally says don't forget to use SOS scheduled oil sampling. I thought this was so fucking cool. You don't even know. Because my first thing that I've ever done to a car was like change its oil. That was the first thing I've ever done to like anything. I didn't really get to work on my family's like tractors or machinery a lot, but I did get to watch them do it. Because sometimes stuff would be breaking down. And if I guess you know this because you work there, but if anyone else who's like worked in agriculture or whatever, um or you have like an ag family, you know that it never stops. Like you constantly have stuff you're doing, and it doesn't matter if it's a holiday. If something's broken down, you have to fix it. So like sometimes I'd go visit my family. We'd usually have like Christmas or you know like a holiday on the farm or whatever, and it'd just be all of the extended family. So everyone would be really busy, and I was really socially awkward and not really. I didn't really know how to talk to anyone. So I hung out with all the older people because my cousins were like um, at least 10, 15 years older than me. There was huge age gaps. And then my younger cousins, like second cousins and stuff, were also like 10, 15 years younger than me. So there was like a lot of distance and they didn't really know how to like include me in things without like the older ones would be like it's inappropriate and with the younger ones I was just basically babysitting them. So I would just hang out with the older people and they just showed me stuff. So I would just like help out with the cows and the cattle and like ride until like a lot of the younger cousins got older. I would like ride on the tractors and stuff like that until like go into the fields and like check the cattle and that sort of thing. Daria says your entire bloodline from hunter gatherers to farmers will all be chanting as you use that for hot chocolate, like in Dune or something. Yeah. I don't know. My family, I think on my like my family was very much into the trades on both sides. I try not to like share too much about like my personal life online or whatever, but I feel like this is okay to say. But like that side of the family very much into agriculture. Like my that was my grandma's side, and then my grandfather's side was into like plants. So he had a tree business for a really long time and he had like orchards like with trees, he had cherries and peaches and that sort of thing, which that's how I got into a lot of plants because I just kind of grew up around it all the time. His yard, he had like an acreage where he lived and it was filled with tons of different trees. And then he would take me tree for tree and explain to me like how the trees were and like how they function and like what's good about them, what's bad, how to grow things, which is why I have so many trees because I just grew up with a fuck ton of trees everywhere. And sometimes he would have trees inside. Like he was really into trees, and that's why I really like trees. Hence why I just keep buying fucking trees. Uh, I need to live somewhere where I can like put a tree in my yard. But yeah, he was like, once all the trees die, then I know I'm gonna die. And that's exactly what happened. All of the trees that he planted when he first built out his property all started dying like within 2 or 3 years before he passed away, which is kind of wild. Like it made me cry a lot because I went there and like I saw that all of them were gone, and I was like, but yeah, Oh, Chaotic says, I personally don't have a big interest in agriculture, but my father is very much into farming. Also, my field of study is heavily related to agriculture. Yeah, plants. Well, yeah, because you got like meteorology, right? Yeah, my that side of my family very into ag. My other side is very into the sciences, law, um, also like so like nursing. One of my aunts is a lawyer and stuff like that, so that's why I know quite a bit of law stuff because she would always just talk to me about that. We didn't really know what else to talk about, so she just talked to me about that sort of thing. Uh, my grandfather, his family, I don't know, really into like a lot of trade stuff too. But yeah, grew up in the Shire, country life is in your blood. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Well, I don't really like living in the country though. That's the thing. My my biggest problem is like I didn't really because both of my families are basically very different. Chaotic says basically your family is very much into biology and life sciences. Yeah, biology, life sciences, political science and stuff like that. That was really because lawyers stuff like that. Um, yeah, which it makes sense like what I'm doing with my life and everything. So it's like, yeah, well, of course she's doing that. But then my other side, like both sides of the family are like confused about like what I'm doing because it's like a hybrid of the two. They're just like, what the fuck? Dyer says, I lived in three massive cities and the countryside called to me, like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the countryside can be really nice. I think when I get older, I'd want to live like by the ocean. And I'd want to at least, I mean, not even when I'm older, I'd want to do this now. But living by the ocean is something that I know that I'm going to do eventually. And I'll probably spend like, I know once I live by the ocean, I'm not going to leave. And it's just going to be like, that's going to be where I'm going to live like the rest of my life. Maybe I'll move to like the mountains or something afterwards, but it'll have to be like close to the ocean or like at least a big body of water. But I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be like the ocean. It'll be both, most likely. Yeah. Chaotic says big cities are really stressful sometimes. I actually really like big cities. I like it when you're around new people all the time. And for me, I always run into the same people constantly. Like I have this thing where like even when I will go to a big city and I will always run into someone I know. Like it'll be like on the street or like I'll be at the store or something and it'll be like someone from like my old high school or someone that I met when I was traveling like for my grandpa's work or whatever. And then I'll just be like, "Oh my god, hi. Like, how are you?" And usually they come up to me because I'm too nervous and awkward to talk to people. And I'll just be like, "Unless you have a pet." And then I'm like, "Unless I'm really busy, I will like leave." But like if you have like a cute dog, I'm like, "Fuck. Let me pet your dog." Which I'm better with that now because people will try to like kidnap you with like pets and stuff. But it's only like in really public settings, okay? That I'm like, "Okay, let me pet your dog." Please. And most of the time the pets come to me, which is why I don't feel bad. Because, like, if they didn't come to me, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, can I pet your dog? I would just be like, oh, whatever. But usually, if the dog walks by me, it'll like smell my dog's on me or something, and it'll be like, oh, pets, 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 and they'll just come up to me. I'll be like, oh, my baby. Anyways, yeah. Daria says big cities are quality, but they grind you down over time. What do you mean? I guess it can. It really depends on what you do. Like, for me personally, I like how in big cities, it kind of forces you to be alone a lot more. If you're in smaller cities and stuff, it makes you focus more in community because you see the same people all the time. Like, if you go outside in any way, you're going to meet the same people, and then they'll kind of drag you out and do stuff. I like bigger cities because I like being alone. Like, I like being around people, but it's like, I don't know. I think smaller cities, I don't hate them, but It's like harder for me to handle. It's just too much like intimacy sometimes. Chaotic says, I like the amount of things you can do in a big city. Like, I love taking the subway. Oh, yes. Except when it smells like shit in the summer. Going to museums and stuff. The issue is that rent is much more expensive there. Yeah, that's true. Like, here in Nebraska, I was just talking to my coworker about this. We were talking about, like, how expensive it is to live in Nebraska now. She was like, oh, it's not that bad. And I was like, girl, you know that the cost of living here with our taxes that we have to pay on shit is and renter's insurance and all that sort of thing, it would be the equivalent of living in like NorCal or Oregon. And she was like, no way. And I showed her the numbers and she was like, holy fucking shit, why am I here? And I was like, I don't know. I'm here because education's cheaper here. But like, once that's up, GG Gamer, I'm moving. Boot scooting boogie out of here. Daria says, because if we wanted to play football in the shower, we just went to the field. In cities, you have to book, etc. And that's true. And after a while, not having immediate access to nature drives you down. Yeah, I would have to be someplace where I could like hike. Hiking is really important, and walks are. Like here, where I live now, it's hard to even be in a nature-filled space. I'm okay with it because I have plants, but I would have to hike a lot. And obviously, I have my dog, which he'll like beat the shit out of someone if they come up to me, especially if I'm like resting and someone like walks up to me and I'm not paying attention or they're behind me, he freaks the fuck out. And and it's not like he won't go after anyone until unless I tell him to, you know? So like you're good. But he scares people a lot. Yeah. George says that's right. I grew up in a town of 600 people. Everybody knew everybody. You couldn't walk down the street without everybody knowing what you're up to. Yes, exactly. It was like that in my mom's city. It was ridiculous. And because I did visit my mom a lot, I would drive through small towns because it'd be like a 3 hour drive away, right? And usually because I was a kid and I had a bladder the size of a pea, I would have to stop halfway through. And that's where we would like do the parental exchange like at a gas station or a restaurant or whatever. And the people there knew me. They knew me. And there was like, I don't know, like a couple thousand people there. And I was like, oh, I don't know if this is for me. And my mom loved being in the small town. Like she loved that aspect of it. There was like community everywhere. But for me, it kind of stressed me out because people I didn't even know would come up to me and they'd be like, oh, you're so and so's daughter, you're so and so's granddaughter. And I'd be like, I don't know you. Okay. And then it made me feel really vulnerable. I was like, okay. Because it, like, even if your family doesn't talk about anything, their neighbors will, like, rat on you. They'll be like, yeah, like, she was over this weekend. She was, like, outside, just working. She was climbing a tree and then she fell and then, like, she, like, blah, 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 you know? It's just everybody knew more about me. And because I wasn't there consistently, I never learned anybody else, really. And I was just like, uh, uh, Mechanic says, I'm in a similar position as you, Josie. I live in a small city because of college. When I finish college in 3 to 4 years, I'm going to a bigger city for job opportunities. Yeah. I won't really have an option. I just know I won't be forced into it, but I know that it's gonna, how do I say it? It's just like a canon event. Like, you just know. Like, I just know that I won't be living here, like, by the time I'm done with school. Like, I might even do it. I might have to finish classes remote or transfer out. And I don't know. It's like, I don't even see myself walking. Like I just not because I'm not get my degree, but I might not even finish my degree at the school I'm at. I might transfer before then. Who knows? Depends on scholarships and stuff. Daria says 600 people. I genuinely grew up in a hamlet with around 70 people. But we were near a big town, so it was cool. Oh yeah, you had like a hamlet. Is that what it's called? Or like a little village. 600 people is not a lot of people though. And everybody knows everybody. Oh my god. That reminds me of like some of my extended family. They were like, ah man, I hate small towns. I hate this and that. When I was younger, I actually really wanted to stay in like a small town. I was like, I'm gonna live in the country. I'm gonna like have like a little, I don't know, like I wanted 10 acres. I wanted to have orchards and veggie gardens. I wanted to have greenhouses, and then I wanted to have a foster home, and then I wanted to have foster kids and teach them how to like work the land and work with animals. Like that's what I wanted to do so badly when I was younger. And then I got older and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that anymore. Well, it's just like not in the cards. Like maybe once I get like to retirement age, I would set something like that up. But I like learned more about ethics and stuff, and I was like, damn, having foster kids and using them as like free labor is not the vibe. Can you tell I haven't had a lot of caffeine today? I'm not tired. Actually, I'm. George says it was 7 miles to the next town for me. Oh, damn. Okay, so that's not that bad. You could probably even walk that. I bet you've probably had to walk that, right? Gross. Maybe you biked it instead. Did you bike a lot? I had to bike everywhere when I was a kid. Caddick says maybe the right term is town. I don't know. It's probably town. Village or town. I don't know. Larry says, yeah, same George, about a 2 hour walk when we were kids. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. For me, life just keeps drawing me into bigger cities. I don't know. It's not like I don't have another option, but my life is a lot more comfortable when I have more mobility in larger areas and spaces. But maybe when I'm older, that'll change. Maybe I'll want like a smaller space or something. Probably not, though. The older I get, the less I'm like, oh, I want to garden all day and stuff. And I'm more like, oh, yeah, no, I love doing stuff. Like, and I finally have, it's like I feel free enough to like do things that I like again. So, yeah. George says, no, I never had to. Everything we need was in our town. Walk to school, though. Oh, God. Ugh. I hope that wasn't too far away. Did you have like a small school? Because, I went to a lot of schools growing up because I moved around a lot. I remember one of the schools that I went to, I wasn't there very long. It was during like a custody thing, but there was, I think, like 10 people in my class. And it was technically like kindergarten, but I was only there for 6th grade or 6 days. And then I skipped kindergarten, I think. And I ended up going into 1st grade because the when I moved to a different place, I said I already did kindergarten, and then the paperwork, like there was something weird about it or something happened where they got confused, or I passed or whatever. They like tested me, and then the paperwork was weird, and then they put me in 1st grade instead. So I was like, okay. But that's all I remember. At least I remember it going that way, but I was really young and there's so much stuff happening that I didn't really like. I was really confused about all of it. But I know that I wasn't like in a traditional kindergarten class. Like I don't even remember my teacher's name. Daria says we didn't take bikes because sometimes opportunities came up that bikes would prevent. There was a canal near us and we could sometimes get lifts from people on their boats. Ah, that reminds me. I think it's like in Sweden or maybe Germany or something where people will literally like ride a river home, which is crazy. Oh, it was just down the street. There was about 20 in my class. That's not too bad. It's actually really good. The church school that my family wanted me to go to had about the same like turnout. So if I didn't go to academy, like the church's academy, I would have gone in for almost free because pastor's kid and stuff. If I didn't go to that boarding school, I was supposed to go to like the local academy. And then I think there would have been 15, 16, no, I think 15 or so in my graduating class if I went. George says my graduation class had 122 in it. Oh, that's not that bad. My class had like 400, 500-ish. Some people have like 1,000 in their graduating class, and I'm like, oh. How do you do that? Maybe it's the Netherlands, Josie. They really love riding bikes there. No, it was like they'd ride the river. Like they would have like swimsuits under their clothes, and they would take off their work clothes, and they would put it in like a dry sack or like a bag, and then they would hold on to the bag and they would hop into the river and they'd float home. What the fuck? What city is this? We gotta look this up, chat. We gotta look it up. Where do people float home from work? Switzerland, primarily in cities like Bern and Basel. It's fucking crazy. It sounds incredibly Swedish to me. Yeah, let me fucking. I don't know. I'm gonna send you the link. How do I like send this fucking link? What the fuck? How do I like more? Holy fuck, wait. I've never been. I think I just like do the link. I haven't been on like TikTok on my PC before, so there you go. The Germans aren't gonna get in a river and float home. Yeah, they're too busy like clubbing. They'll like rave for like 72 hours straight.
Subway takes.
Subway takes. Wait, is that like? Did he make a video about it?
There's literally a German dude on Subway takes in Berlin talking about how he's partying for 72 hours.
Wait, what? Did I see that? And I'm just like remembering this subconsciously. Wait, Subway takes.
It's a very recent one.
Recently, I haven't seen one in a bit.
He's like wearing a balaclava.
What the fuck? Okay. I'm sending this to you, chat. Did he say 72 hours in the thing?
That's his take. He says that people should party for 72 hours.
That's so coincidental. What the fuck? Let's see. Darius says they're basically the same as English, and no one I know would take the river home. Damn, that's true. Germans are, I guess they're similar to Englishmen. I haven't met as many Germans. I know more Irishmen and like Southern Europeans. Honestly, most of the exposure I've had is Southern Europeans. Not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure both Germans and like
Wait,
British
come here.
people would fight you if you compared them to each other.
Wait, come here.
What?
Darius wants you to give him your takes on the Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire. How
Yeah, show
often
yourself.
do I think about it?
Show you.
Not as often as the meme implies, but I think it's neat. I like the engineering stuff. I think it's interesting.
Fuck you. Wait, what engineering stuff do you like, Andrew?
The way that they did all of their water stuff.
They can't hear you. The canals? Aqueducts?
Well, I mean, there was aqueducts, but also like they bridged over a lot of stuff. What would happen if they built trains? There's a really long YouTube video. I don't remember.
Squat.
There is a long YouTube video. I don't remember who made it, but it's just like what if the Romans made it like through the Industrial Revolution? And I was like, it's interesting. It looks like shit today.
Have you showered?
Not today.
You know showering more makes your eczema better?
Knuckles.
He's getting like an eczema
Might actually
breakout.
make it worse, but yeah.
You have to use more lotion.
Thanks, Chaotic. I've just had a long day.
You look great, Andrew. It has been a long day. You've been running
It's
everywhere.
been a long week.
He's been like kind of fucked lately. He's on call too. Every time we've gone to the grocery store or tried to go to the grocery store, he'll get a call from his work, and then we have to like go home. Which is, I still why I have my pan. This fun fact chat. If we actually went to the grocery store when I was planning on going, I would not have gotten my plan. I don't know if I'm actually gonna grow olives though. My goal is to plant all of my Mediterranean plants in my future home. Unless I leave the country, and then I don't know if I'll be able to take them if I like leave the
I think you
country.
overestimate how much shit you're gonna be able to take when we move.
I think you overestimate or underestimate how modular everything is. My desks all can be collapsed. I have 2 desks, by the way.
Josie,
This can get collapsed. That can be collapsed. I've moved before too.
no, I've moved you. I moved all of your stuff to this
I don't
house.
have that much stuff.
It took us double-digit trips
That's because we were using cars.
and a U-Haul.
We had a small U-Haul. I've been planning this out. This will be efficient. There are things I'm gonna get rid of too. Like the couch downstairs, we're not gonna take with.
We're gonna get rid of most of our stuff.
Yeah, but not my plants.
It'll probably be at least half your plants.
No.
We're gonna have to get rid of.
No, not my trees.
Probably the trees.
No. No, I'll bare root ship them.
Okay.
Okay? They'll be fine, chat. Freaking taking my plants.
It's very expensive.
Yeah. Have you ever got the impression someone thinks Andrew is your carer? Oh no. Ew, no. Honestly, it'd be the opposite. Josie, I hope you don't mind me changing the topic, but how's Arabic studying going for you? I hope you've been learning lots. I have been. I've been practicing more. Like, I've started up again. So every day I do at least 15 minutes of Arabic. I listen to a lot more Arabic online. So, I found that like being involved in live streams is really helpful. So I found a couple of people who speak really clearly and they stream consistently. And there's one guy who lives in his van. So he's traveling all throughout like basically like the Gulf right now and like the Levantine area. That's just where he drives and everything, and he'll like it's really cool. So I'm in his live streams a lot. And I've learned a lot. It's helped me because people like comment in only Arabic. I can't be in chats where like they talk in English and Arabic. It's really confusing to me, but it helps me learn more because like the car stuff is helpful because I know a little bit of car stuff in Arabic. But yeah, no, I've been working really hard at it. I've been more motivated lately because I have more time. Like when I'm in school and I'm studying, it's more relaxing because one, I get to learn more about like other cultures. Two, I listen to a lot of like Arabic content. And it can be hard to find good Arabic content that's not like directly related to reading the Quran or trying to learn more classical Arabic like that. So yeah, that content's been really helpful. But that's a very kind question. Thank you for asking. I just don't really share my progress online. It just feels like something that I don't really need to share a lot of. And I've been thinking about like talking more in Arabic online, but I don't like like most of my Arabic chatters, like they follow me on like other stuff or whatever and they'll like chat to me there. But the time is so different that I would have to stream earlier for me to really have like more of an Arabic speaking audience, if that makes sense. Let's see. Chaotic says, yeah, the more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it becomes. Yeah. And I think it's really relaxing to listen to. So, like I've said before, I love it a lot. So it's like, I'm still learning a lot, but I'm trying to do it really slow so that I don't forget stuff. That's the thing. If you try to overconsume content, it can be really hard. And because I'm going to be doing Well, I mean, maybe I will be doing Japanese classes soon. So I'll be doing dual languages, but they're different enough, like very different for the most part, that it'll be easier for me to differentiate, than like if I was to do like Spanish and Arabic or French and Arabic, because there's more similarities. Not as much, but not as much as like, oh no, Arabic and like, I don't know, fucking like Persian languages and stuff like that. But yeah, let's see. Dory says, have you seen the Saudis after they beat Argentina in the World Cup? And the Arabic, that was sick. Bro, what do you mean? Oh my god. Sometimes I think it's really funny. I don't know. It's like I know that Saudi Arabia is like changing a lot. They're having like their first bars opening up soon or whatever. I don't know. It's really interesting. I'll probably spend more time in like the Levantine area. The more research I do and the more people I connect with, the more I'm like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be like more in the Levantine belt. Like it's just I don't know, like Jordan's really pretty. There's so much stuff in Jordan. They even have like there's really cool things in Saudi Arabia too, especially like not northern, but like central Saudi Arabia, like older buildings and things. Uh but I'll probably I don't know. Those places are really cool to me. uh, But yeah, soccer is becoming more popular there too. They're getting more involved with worldly things, which is semi controversial in some aspects, but I think it's good. I think it's good. Not because I want them to be like westernized. That's not like me being like a white bitch saying that or whatever. It just I think if they want to branch out from, and have like more people, but yeah. That's in Qatar, I know. Yeah, makes sense. Saudi Arabia looks terrible to me, just a bigger Las Vegas. It's actually really pretty there though. I've shown you like some of the projects that they have going on and buildings and stuff like that. So, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like uh it's kind of really fun, honestly. I like it a lot. I would really like to go there. I know there's some content creators who have also moved there that really like it. I don't think I would be able to go to like the UAE. I don't think it's just the whole problem I have with it is how a lot of it is born or made off of like not great money. Like Saudi Arabia is historically speaking more westernized. It was one of the first of the Gulf states or countries that's been that kind of collaborated with other countries. Like, they had the airstrip, like the American airstrip there, and then America started like buying oil and first it was oil, then the Americans added the airstrip to like try to protect the oil and stuff, and then they've been very closely associated with the West for a long time. And that's like really controversial, which is why I'm also learning Levantine Arabic as well as like Gulf Arabic because it kind of like has a reputation. So I still want to learn Gulf Arabic because I want to go there for a lot of historic stuff. But also the Levantine Belt, I want to go there too for tons of historic stuff. So basically, like most of the Eastern Mediterranean, that's where I want to go. Like Greece, Turkey, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine, and stuff like that. Though I don't want to go to fucking Trump's new Gaza. Like, fuck that shit. I'm never gonna go there. Um, what else? Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't mind, like, obviously, like Jordan and stuff. I really want to go to Jordan. Um, Egypt. Just like that kind of area. Dubai is a very glamorous shithole. Yeah, people say it feels dead there. And I don't really know how I feel about that. As Cedar says, I did like it when they threatened Qatar with digging a big moat around them. Dubai is like weird to me. They have like the islands and stuff. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. Mm. I do like how you're legally not allowed to film people in public. That's like a nice thing. Yari says I coached there for 4 months and it was dreadful. Yeah, I think it's because the city lacks soul. That's what people say. There's like there's not really a lot of like lower middle class or anything like that. Money was great though. Yeah, that makes sense. There's not a lot of room for the working class there. Um, or like the lower working class, like or not salary, like hourly workers. They get overlooked a lot from what I've seen. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to go there, but I know I'm going to be there for a while. It's something that I just, like, I've always kind of known I'm going to go there when I was younger. Not trying to jinx it, but it's just like, I don't know. And, like I said, Arabic just keeps coming back in my life, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna learn it. Like, even if I try to avoid the content, which I did when I was younger, and it would just keep showing up. Like, I was always around it, and I was like, fine, 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 fuck it, fine, I'm learning. And I'm trying to pick it up slow. Because eventually it's like with most things, you have to immerse yourself in it, and then the people who are more for you involved in that space, then you'll kind of start befriending them. But you still have to put yourself out there and try first. So maybe I'll do it and I won't like it eventually, but it'll still be useful regardless if I like it or not in the future. And by like it, I mean like want to live there and everything. Dari says, "Oh, there's enormous working class there, Josie. They're just treated like shit and basically indebted servants." Yeah, a lot of them are low key kind of slaves. That's what a lot of Dubai was built off of. That's why it's so fucking controversial. But when I'm talking about like hourly workers and stuff, there's not a lot of like security in it, if that makes sense. Which I guess you could say that for America too. Cadix, oh wait, I love that emote. Oh my god, that's so cute. The Hammy and the Sicky. Ah! And they made it trans too. Wait, that's so cute. Ah, I love her emotes. They're amazing. But also, that's okay. I hope you guys have a good one, and I hope you rest well. Not you guys, you. Oh my god. Can you tell I'm tired? I am so tired. Ah. Let's see. Darius says the middle class in Dubai are almost exclusively Western expats. Yeah, I know. I get a lot of that content. The more Arabic content I get, especially like stuff that's like somewhat English oriented, so I can understand more translations and stuff. Uh, very much like, hey, you should move to Dubai. If you move to Dubai, you'll get this, that, or this, or like, you can still dress Western like in Dubai or whatever. And I like a lot of fashion stuff, or at least I like consuming that content. And y'all, if I had money, I would dress very different. Not like super expensive, like Bikini or whatever. I would just dress like I would have different clothes already. I'm getting to that point where I will eventually. Like I'm working my way to that, but I've been spending more money on other things that are more important, which is okay. Plus, I'm in school, so I'm not really that focused on how I right now. um, yeah, but you're right. A lot of them are expats, and a lot of them do some form of social media content online because you can content farm a lot there, like a lot. I don't know. I think if I were to move there, I wouldn't live. I would probably live there for a really long time if I did. Go Dubai, rinse the tax system, leave with oil money, don't go back. Yeah, I don't know. It's like something where like I know if I were to move there, I would justify because I know myself well enough. I would either really struggle and move back very quickly, or I'd stay there for like a very long time. Maybe not forever, ever, but like at least for a couple of years or whatever. Like maybe 5 to almost 10 years, maybe. Uh, and that's because like I don't know. I probably wouldn't be involved too much in the money status stuff. I don't know. I don't know. It's just probably it's different than like what most people say it is. I'm not gonna like entirely shit on like the everyday person that's there that doesn't have a lot of money because that seems really fucked up. And I know eventually in like the next 20 or so years, maybe like honestly 10, the city is gonna have more of a culture, but there's so many expats there that it doesn't have like a soul yet. And it takes a while for cities to have that. It's like the gold rush kind of vibes. When cities were getting exponentially bigger here in the United States, like Omaha, Nebraska, um, basically like kind of where I live now. I don't know, Chad. But most big cities here in Nebraska didn't get really big till the late 1800s, early 1900s. And then they grew exponentially, kind of like how Dubai is. Not to the level Dubai has, but they got very big very fast. And that caused like a lot of the people who would travel out west here from the East Coast would say that it felt weird because a lot of rich, wealthier people lived in the city and it didn't really have like a culture for the lower class people. Do you see Bixby? I think she might jump up there. She likes it, but she's all nervous because Siri's up there. I think she'll do it. Let's see. Daria says, if you think class inequality is bad in the West, wait till you get to the Gulf. It's staggering. No, I know. Oh, I know. That's like a big reason why I don't want to like go there that much. And I want to go there for the historical stuff, but I don't know if I want to live there. I was thinking about working there for a bit or like maybe living there for a bit, but I don't know yet. That's like future shit. You never know. But I'll be there for sure eventually. Like it's just kind of like something that you just like know. So it'll happen. I'll be like, okay. But I'm not like putting a lot of pressure on it and being like, oh, I have to go at this time or whatever. Like, when it's meant to be, it'll happen. And if it's ever meant to be, then I don't go. I don't know. It's just not, it's not like, oh, I have to. Eventually, I'll do more of that. Because I have some projects eventually that I want to work on, especially if I keep doing social media content. There's places I want to go there. Mia, is it Mia's? Maya's? Or Mia? Mias? Miasman? Mias? I don't know, I'm sorry. What's your favorite tree? Good question. Uh, let's see. Let me look at my trees. Mm, I would say right now it's like my olive tree. That's why I got another one, and I was like, oh my god, I have to. But I also really like fig trees. I'm honestly maybe figs and olive trees are my favorite. So I have like an actual fig tree here that fruits. Um, it lost a lot of leaves because when I bought it, I brought it inside and it went into shock. But it's growing again. So that's really nice. Uh, but yeah, fig trees and olive trees are my favorite. Um, that's why I have one, two, three different types of fig trees. One is one that you can eat, the other ones are decorative. And I have two different types of olive trees. But yeah, good question. Do you have a favorite tree too? Well, oh, and an outdoor tree would be a peach tree. Or a tulip tree. I love tulip trees. They're really cool. They have flowers that look like tulips. They get really big. Or maybe like oaks or maples. I don't like maples that much. I really like oaks. But that's like an East Coast American thing. And pines are cool too. But yeah, my absolute favorites would have to be the fig, the olive, And then outside would be peach for fruit, oak for shade, and tulip for flowers. Those are my favorite. Daria says, this is why you couldn't be British. You need to have a clear plan, Josie, or nothing gets done. I know. I know. Well, here's the thing. I do have plans for things. I just don't share them online because, like, it always causes, like, a lot of, it's like bad juju in a way, you know? It it makes it not so it doesn't work out per se. It's just getting a lot of people involved in like my future life plans just always makes it more messy. So I just don't really do it. I'm just like, maybe I'll do it. But I do have plans. I have like backups for my backups. George says, yeah, the oak trees are on my side of the country. They're so pretty too. And they're native to North America, from my understanding. Or at least they're in some other countries too, but they grow really well here. I love oak floors. Like in older buildings, they have a lot of oak floors. Bye, Siri. Big stretch. Oh, big yawn. Okay, bye. Yeah, I think that's really nice. And Darius says, I like sycamore trees. Oh, yeah, there's like a song based off of sycamore trees. I don't remember it though. But yeah. I remember it was funny. Because talking about trees always made me really sad when I was younger because it reminded me of my grandpa and stuff. So my ex best friend's boyfriend at the time was obsessed with trees. But I didn't know about the trees that he knew about. I knew more about East Coast trees and central Nebraskan trees. And he would just talk about it all the time. Like he was obsessed with trees. And I also learned a lot about other trees because of it. So like whenever I would travel with them, all they talked about were trees. And I was like, all right, I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. And that really did expand a lot of my knowledge too, and houseplants too. Like most of my knowledge was around fruiting trees and trees on the East Coast and central Midwest. And north too, because we can grow a lot of those here. But yeah, I know quite a bit about trees. I like trees. They're neat, they're cool. I think they're awesome. Yeah, but it really depends on where you're from. I have other trees that I want to get too, but it really depends on where I'm gonna live next. And that's why I said I want to get all these plants that I can like plant in my garden. They're my future garden, they're manifestation plants. And I know that'll be like my home. I'll be there for at least 5-10 years when I plant them. So I'm gonna see them get nice and big, baby. But I won't be able to plant all of them. Some of them will have to be inside because I'm afraid of cold snaps. Like the olive trees, I think I'll plant like one of them, maybe both of them. I have some other trees outside too. Like Mandevilla? No. Is that what it's called? No. No, that's a plant that I got here. Is the tree with a rose looking flower? Rose No. Mm, not a rosewood. Ah man, what the heck is it? I don't remember what it's called. Uh, Floral tropical tree with a See if I can find it. I think this is it. I'll have to find it for you. I don't know what they're called. Ah, shoot. But I have it outside. It was kind of sad for a little while, but it's doing okay. I have lots of trees, though. I have lots and lots of trees. Sometimes they do really good, but sometimes they don't. I've been getting a lot better with my maintenance with them. Like in this room, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Oh no. Well, normally I have 12 trees in here, but some of them are in the bathroom right now because I'm working on them. And then other parts of the house, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trees throughout the rest of the house. And I'm bringing all my outdoor ones inside, so that'll be like another. That's why all of this has to change. And I've been doing pesticide treatments on them because there's gonna be other plants coming in that have bugs, and every time I bring a plant in, I have to like hibernate it in another room and treat it for like 2 weeks, and I've been cycling them in, which is why I have like my fig tree inside already, and I just didn't even bother putting it out. And then I have like another little tree, that's that guy right there. Oh, I have palm trees. What am I saying? I have 5 palm trees back here too, but they're babies, so they don't count. George says, first day of fall is only 2 weeks away. The cold nights are coming. I know. I know. I'm so stressed, George. I have a couple of plants that I'm bringing in. Like, I have one tree that some animals started digging in, so I gotta bring that in. I think maybe not tonight, but probably tomorrow. I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna spray it down, treat it, and then it's coming inside. It's gonna, I'm gonna put some. I need you know that pesticide stuff I showed you guys? That's what I'm gonna put on it. But tomorrow is gaming night too. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so fun. I am stoked. I love it. Yeah, but my neighbors know me as like a crazy plant person. I planted 3 trees in my yard. And then my landlord loves them. He's like, "Thank you so much." And I'm like, "You're so welcome." You are so welcome. Actually, and in my neighbor's yard, I planted 1, 2, 3 trees. One of them died though, because he moved. And then someone else moved in and they didn't take care of it. And I didn't have permission to work on it anymore. So it was like, but the rest of my trees are pretty okay. I'm really excited. And then my neighbors are like, "Wow, you have a lot of trees in your yard now." And I'm like, "I know. I know." You're playing Stray again? Yeah. Are you, you're gonna be busy tomorrow, maybe? I don't know if you're planning on being busy, but I'm assuming you probably will be. Because it is a Saturday, or will you be here on Sunday? You're usually here one of the days, although you can take a break from me if you want. There is no pressure. There is no pressure for you to stay here all the time. I know you're busy. Ugh. But I mean, if you do hang out, that's okay too. I'm moving a pot the ground for it in temporarily. I also have to use a diamond bit to put holes in all of my pots. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here Sunday. That's okay. I know you're a busy man. Yeah, look at this guy. It's already coming out of the bottom, like the roots are. And I was like, dang. I think I'll have to repot it sooner than later. But I'm gonna leave it in this little container for just a little bit so the roots can breathe a bit more. And then I'm gonna keep an eye on it, although I know it doesn't, like for the most part, I don't think it has any like diseases on it. So this will be my other one. This is my backup one. It's a little bit bigger than the other one I got, but it was so cheap that I was like, screw it. Normally these are like 40, $50, like this size. So I was like, oh, like, okay, take care of you, my baby. But they're gonna, now that I have the fish tank up and running again, the humidity levels are gonna be a lot better in here. So it'll be good. Not sure if I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here Sunday. Oh yeah, you already said that. And I already read that. I'm excited. I've been trying to do like at least once a month I'll do some plant content on stream. Yeah. My old roommate, she was like, I don't know if I talked about this. It's the funniest thing, and I feel like I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I don't like trashing people. But she was like convinced I was copying her with things. So every time I'd be like, yeah, no, I did this too. She would like talk over me and be like, well, it's more important to me than it is to you. And I'd be like, okay. So I started getting more plants and stuff like that because I wanted to share the hobby with her. And then she said that I was trying to copy her. And I was like to my face, she'd be chill. But then to all of our friends, she was like really mean about it. So sometimes I get really nervous that's about like sharing plans online, even though like I know she doesn't really watch my stuff. And I'm just like awkward. It's a meme to me. I don't know. And I think she's probably better now. She's probably matured past that or probably doesn't care as much about it. I don't freaking know. But I still think it's a meme. It's like one of my passions. It's not something I really want to get. I wouldn't mind getting like paid to travel and go to different gardens and stuff. That'd be really neat. That'd be cool. But it's probably maybe that could be something I do long term with stream. You could go to different gardens. I'm actually kind of bitter. So there's this place called Wardson Gardens here in Nebraska, and it's a really big conservatory. They have like a Japanese garden and stuff. I'd go there a lot in the winter for like walking and stuff like that because it's a big open space, and if I can go there, I'd like to go there. And they're redoing the entire greenhouse conservatory. They have like a ton of plants, big trees, and stuff like that. And they got rid of all of my favorite ones, and I'm so disappointed. Like, oh, uh, I think I have, I don't know if I have any of the plants that I got as cuttings there still. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I would like grab cuttings from there. You would love the Amish greenhouse that my sister gets her stuff from. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Every time you talk to me about it, I get so excited. I'm like, ah! I love it so much. It's literally so awesome. They're so cool. And I feel like they actually, not that they care more, but there's more love that's put into the stuff that they do than other places, which sounds bad, but I feel like it's true. I feel like they put more effort into their craft, which, like I said before, it sounds bad, but I feel that it's true. If your sister ever gets an olive tree, they can be hard to grow. They need a lot of light, and they need to be babied a little bit. Not a ton, just a little. I think it'll be okay because I have lots of other plants. They do better if you have more plants, which sounds weird, but it's true. You can see how happy this guy is. I cleaned him up a lot. And I put a ton of neem oil on it, which that like is a preventative. It prevents bad stuff from like pests and stuff like that from going on it. But I'm hoping I don't have to use the pesticide on this one. This one looks a lot healthier. There was one at the store that had a multi-trunk, so it was like cut down at the roots like here and it had two trunks coming out of it. But I didn't really like that. I almost got it, but this one looked a lot healthier. Like the leaves were firmer and the other ones had like leaf wilt, which isn't really good for it. It's like when all of the outer leaves are kind of wrinkly and they were it's not it's like a it's fungus, it's not even a fungus, it's not usually contagious to other plants, it's like a deformity that can happen sometimes, and some of the edges were yellow because it was overwatered before it was packaged, so it didn't do super well. George says true, they're always in there checking their plants, even the kids, and they are working in the greenhouse, they live right next to it. Yeah, a lot of like commercial greenhouses, which is where I've gotten some of my plants. Um, because like I work with plants and stuff like that, so I get them a lot cheaper, and I know what good prices for plants are. So sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna get that now because it's like one of my favorites, and I have to. Um, like this Dracaena, I got this one when I was on the job, and I found it at a greenhouse, and I was like, oh, mine. And it's a Dracaena. And usually a plant this size, because I usually can like repot it for free. So I'll buy like a cheap terracotta pot. Normally I get like a discount and stuff. And yeah, I will. This one I just put a treatment on. I know. Did that scare you? I'm sorry. But you can see that the roots are a little bit more exposed, and I got to redo all the soil, and it's really happy. But it has like red and white in it, which I like. I have, I don't think I have another one right now. I used to have one that my ex got me, which is okay. All the plants that my ex got me, I just let die. But it's doing so well, in fact, that it's growing a new sprout here and a new one right here. Although this one did get knocked off by someone. But I think this one is growing in. So I hope it gets nice and big. I also have another Dracaena too, but I think I showed that on stream. I repotted it, was it earlier this week on Monday or last week? George says you have to drive right by the fields of different plants they're growing as you drive down their lane. I love it. There's this really cool greenhouse in Omaha. It's called, I'm not going to dive super deep, but there's one in Lincoln. It's called Campbell's. They have like the local monopoly on all their plants and stuff. So they're really popular there. Here in Omaha, you have Mulhall's, and working there is really fun. Because I have to go to a lot of greenhouses, and it's kind of like my job. But I have to like compare and that sort of thing. Blah 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 blah. Uh, But yeah, at Mulhall's, they have like an entire back lot, and then they even have a coffee shop in there, and they sell like merchandise and stuff. I got a ton of incense from there for like discounted, and they gave me the I think it's called like a podacanthus or whatever, and I got that one for free when I was there. It was really nice when I got the incense. They're like, here you go. I thought I didn't get it for free, but then I looked at my thing, and I was like, dang, this was a lot cheaper than I thought it was because I had like a $50 budget. And I was like, okay, I know this is all going to be discounted, but I don't want it to be too much. And I was like, $25. That's like just for all the incense I got, because I got a ton of incense, and they gave me the plant for free. But that was because it was dying. But I think it'll be okay now. I took care of it. It's staying in my bathroom for a little bit though, until it's okay again. Okay. Oh, bless you, Siri. Siri's in one of the boxes. I keep a lot of the boxes here, like next to my set, and it makes them very happy. They'll just kind of watch me. Oh, I also have a giant hibiscus. Is a hibiscus a tree? Let's see. Is it technically a tree or a bush? Is a hibiscus a tree or a shrub? Hibiscus can either be a tree or a shrub. The distinction depends on the specific plant variety and how it's cultivated. The fundamental difference in that shrubs have multiple stems branching from the base, while trees grow in a single distinct trunk. I think this is a shrub because it has two trunks But we'll have to see if it grows anything out. Let me show you. It's just us, so I'm doing a little show and tell with my plants. But this one it had a lot of spider mites on it, but God willing, it doesn't have any more now. I cry. If it does, I'll be upset because I just brought it back in here. But this guy's really big. You see him? And I think it might flower again, but I'm transitioning it back into my normal planted area. And the Amish don't have electric, so they store their pots and things in the dark most of the time if the clouds cover the sun. Oh, dang. That's true. Do they have, like, lamps? It is big. It is really, most of my plants, some of my trees are bigger than that. Like, that tree back there. I'll stand next to it. You can see how big it is. It's very big. It's very tall. It's like almost as tall as I am on the bench that it's on. So it's big. And this guy is huge. Look at this. Like, all of my plants are really big. They don't look really big until you see me next to it. Oh, the kerosene lamps, like you were talking about. I love that. That's so cool. You'll probably be able to see more of them when you go there. But yeah. Oh, I see you scratching. Do you see it? Wait, let me show you. He loves that little scratch. I got it from Aldi. I'm gonna start making my own cat scratchers. I found a way to do it online because I have a lot of boxes. And people make like a little jimmy rig, kind of like cutting tool where it's measured out so it's all the same length. And then they just kind of make a cat thing out of it. They shove it into a box. And I have a box that I'm keeping, and all of the leftover boxes that I get from my work or here, I'm just gonna put into it. One of these days, I might show it on stream or something. Be like, hey, this is how you make it. Because they can be kind of expensive. And I have 3 cats, and we go through it really quickly. It works really well. I'm really proud of it. Aren't you? Aren't you proud of it, Suey? Yeah. He likes all of the boxes. And they also try to eat the boxes, too. Michael likes to eat the tape off the boxes, which is probably why he's throwing up the bad stuff. Sometimes I feel really concerned for him. I always wonder what's really wrong with him. It's like, I work really hard on keeping him healthy and stuff, but it's like he just wants to die, you know? Oh, I'm about to rewrap a scratching post for Minnie's. Hell yeah! What do you use for it? Because sometimes people, I don't know, Andrew, because we have a pillar in our basement, he wants to wrap rope around it, like twine, and have the cats like climb it and scratch at it. I don't know if I want to do that. We shall see. We shall see. He's so cute. Ah, I love him. I love this cat so much. She's got the rope from Amazon. It's just for the posts. Okay, that makes sense. So like these posts here, I feel like that'd be a lot of work. That's why Andrew hasn't done it, or I haven't done it either. It's just because it's so much work. Yeah, yep. That's gonna be a lot of work, yo. It'll be worth it. It'll be a good. That'll be a good winter gift, or a winter like task. I'm fisting the mug. Actually, I'm afraid to do that. What if I like break it? I'm setting it back down. Sometimes I have intrusive thoughts, and I just do it without thinking It gets me in trouble. Hers has 3 posts. I just got off the old stuff yesterday. Ooh, okay. Okay, okay. My cats, I wish they liked posts more. The reason why, I don't know, they haven't really gone at it yet. Oh, wait. This is just, us kind of hanging out here. I want to give Siri some catnip. We'll see how much they like it. Hold up. Hold up. Siri. Look at him. His eyes got so big. He's so into it. I heard 2 cats wear that one out. Aww. I love cats so much. They're so sweet. I think I might have one that's open. Guys, I know, meow meow. Okay, this one's better. This is the one that we got from the vet. I know. He already knows I'm gonna put it up there. It is cat crack. Oh my god, hi Siri. It's all over his head right now too. That's all I'm giving you, sir. You don't get any more. Come on. Come on. Yeah, go up there. I'm not putting you up there. I just have to not look at it for a bit and then he'll go up there. Here, let me put it back up so you can see it just a little bit better. You can see Bixby too. She's kind of afraid to jump up there when Siri's there. Siri, what are you doing? It's not up here, sir. It's up there. You know. You know where it is. See what he does. Let's see. Do you want me to put you up there like a baby? Bixby sniffing. You see? Okay. Do you know that catnip is like kitty Viagra? Like it only works once they're older. Okay, Bixby's here now. I have it on my hand. It's gonna come up and like sniff it in a second. Hi, Bixby. I know you're a little too big to go up there. She wants it so bad. I have to wait for Siri to get really into it. Yeah. Oh. Do you want more? Bixby. You want more? I have more on my fingers. She does. She's so needy. This is what she does when I'm downstairs and I'm trying to work out. She tries to play with me. She's like, playtime? And I'm like, please. Also, thank you so much for the workout stuff. It's been really helpful. Andrew has, oh wait, see, she's looking at the kerosene thing. But Andrew has, I love her. But Andrew has started doing more stretching and stuff because it's inspired him. And he's been doing better. I've been so proud of him. He's been getting more motivated and taking better care of himself health wise. And you're a big part of that. I wrote it in my next letter for you and stuff too. But I think I wanted you to know. Okay, he's too distracted by it. And now I put it on the scratching post. So now they both get some. There you go. Siri doesn't know it's down there because he's too, he just can only smell that. Bixby gets the scratching thing now. I have to time it out, otherwise they're horrible to one another. They're like little bitches. Do you see her? I love her. She's my baby girl. Do you see him right now, though? He's so cute. They're both kind of crazy. She's sniffing it real hard. Oh, I have to fix my Amazon list too. I know. To get rid of a lot of stuff. I realized that in case. Look at her go. She gets really into it. She prefers it on the scratching. Siri likes to roll in it like that, and he has to have his own little stash, otherwise he steals it from everyone else. And I can't put it in a mason jar anymore. Because when I used to put it in a mason jar and I would try to like sprinkle it, he would take his face and shove it in the jar and he would try to run away. And he did. I had catnip all over my apartment, and then every time I bring out the vacuum, he would try to attack the vacuum and get the catnip out of the vacuum until we got the new vacuum. Which is why Ollie is afraid of vacuums. Because the cats would attack it, and he thought there was something wrong with it. I'm not even joking. It's so bad. Ollie thinks he's a cat, just so you know. George says, my niece is 2 cat go nuts for the catnip. That's true. It's so cute. I loved him so much. I might be able to get their toy for a minute. Let me get that. They're both really into it right now. Hey, Andrew. Andrew.
Yeah, what's up?
Where did you put the cat toy?
Up the steps.
Okay. I'll be right back, George. Did you answer it?
No, not primary.
He's running after it. You'll see him in a second. He's obsessed with it. He loves this thing. Our shop cat likes it too. Oh, Michael's here now. This is what I do. I'll listen to like a weird, if I need dopamine, I'll listen to like Hopecore and do this. Do you know what Hopecore is? It's like a type of content that's about positivity and stuff. Oh wait, you gotta see Bixby. There you go. Michael is here too. You won't be able to see him. My always gets nervous when the camera's on. It's like he knows. So he's not gonna do anything. And then Siri now is trying to eat the string. Usually we have to replace these because he eats the string. Yeah, my mice here. Oh, see, there you go. There he's going for the catnip. Oh, man, there you go. Oh, Siri is high on it, but yeah, he goes like this crazy, just crazy. Oh, in the tree. Hi, my. But my is like he needs it to be really gentle, and then he just kind of bites it. He's kind of an old man. You good, bro? Wait, it's wrapped around my hand. There you go. Siri is the one who's like so into it. Oop, oop, oop. It's so cute. Bixby just hides and watches. This is my life. I try to get anything done and then they're like super cute and it's horrible. You see him like eating the string? It's not good for you. And he like holds on to the toy. I trimmed his claws so he wouldn't be able to do this anymore either. But look at him go. Eh, eh. He's a little like crazy. Do you see him? I love him. He's so weird. He's Andrew's favorite too because they're like the same fucking person. If they're, I don't think he'll ever be able to get another cat. This is like his cat, you know? Maybe another dog, but not another cat. They are so fun to play with. They're little, like, they're, for lack of better terms, little predators, you know? Wait. See if I can get it up here. I tried to get him to come up here. Maybe he will. Sometimes he tries to climb my rug on the wall, which is why I don't know. I don't know why I have that rug on the wall. I think it's nice. I used to have rugs on my wall in my old apartment for insulation. So I just kind of keep it up there because I think it looks cool. I'd like to have a nicer rug eventually. That'll be like when I go to I'll probably get like a Persian rug eventually from somewhere. My Russian mommy almost got me a Turkish rug, and I was so excited. And then she was like, "Yeah, but I didn't know which one you'd want." And then I just kind of like got busy, and I was like, "Oh, hi, my you want more catnip?" Dang, okay, bud. I think he just wants the nip up there. Do you see how big he is? He's a big boy compared to Siri. Siri's really small. Can't remember how much he weighs, but he's a tiny guy. And eventually, when I get like Persian rugs and stuff, I'll probably hang them all. I don't think I'd want them like. I think they look cool, like decorative wise. And then I also like. I don't know. They're kind of like hard to upkeep and maintain. Yeah, Siri is all for. He is. I'm gonna give him a bath next week before a stream one day, and you'll be able to see them. They'll look naked. Michael looks the same. He has the shortest fur. Bixby, she looks rotund when she's wet. You're just like, oh wow. But Siri, he looks so tiny because he really is all fluff. Whoop. Are you getting tired? Oh, he's breathing pretty heavily. I'm gonna give him a little break. We'll start up again in like an hour or so. So I also have to cook food. Yeah, Monsieur. Yes, I do. Wait, let me. Trying to roll this up. It's so long. I have to do this with it. Otherwise it doesn't store right. Hi everybody. And the dogs know to not come in here when the cats are playing. Oh, did you know that like having a little laser pointer is really bad for dogs? I might have said this before on stream, but I didn't understand why it was bad. It literally causes them to develop like OCD. They get like obsessed with finding it again. So you have to like pretend to catch it and throw it away or something so their mind doesn't focus on it anymore, but then they get like locked in on it. They like don't really forget about it. Yeah! Motherfucker. Meow. Hi, my. Oh, you see the beef they have? Ah, they love each other though. They snuggle. Like when you're not looking, they snuggle. And then the minute that they find you looking at them, they're like, oh, little bitches. Do you see her? She's like, I didn't consent to it right now. Later. Bixby's just like me for real. I'm just like, I only want you around at certain times and then go away. Is literally Bixby's not exactly like me, but we're very similar. She's like, I like to be alone. But she doesn't do any. Siri, what the heck? He's high on catnip. He's like gonna be all over my desk now. Okay. Hi, buddy. Do not light yourself on fire again. Don't do it. I have to move this because he always tries to eat this. This makes them hallucinate, by the way. So I have to keep this away from them. I usually put it like up here. My other trees. Oh, hi, my. Okay, is everybody wanting attention now? All right, everybody's on my desk. Bruh. Wait, come here. I have something for you. No, well, if you get yourself unhooked, have a treat. I have little kitty treats too. Let me show. Okay, down we go. You guys will like it. Sometimes they want it, sometimes they don't. Oh, Bixby wants it. They all know what it is. Hi, baby. Oh my god. Hi, honey. Do you want it? Here you go, Bixby. Okay, come on. Yes, I know. Everybody gets one. Okay, Siri. No, Siri, don't steal it. Here's yours. Okay, everybody gets a treat. Good job! They got their attention. Yes, Bixby wants more. You only get one right now. Siri, do not steal Michael's. Let him eat his. Good boy, my. Did you finish it? Yes, I know. That's all you get right now. It's like crack for them. I have to keep it in a sealed jar. Because do you see all them now? They're... You only get one. I have to let Bixby finish. So I have to distract the boys with the jar. While she eats hers. They all have to eat it. They all have to finish it. You're fine. Yes. It's good. Jesus. Oh my god, that's why I have to hide it in a jar. And then I put the jar over here. And it's visually hidden from them. You see? Their little hose. Okay, everybody finished their treat. Everybody did. I can hear them asking for more. Yes, all of them are. Are we good now? They're all staring at me. Siri, you don't get any more. You get more later. I'll give you chicken when I make dinner. Yes, I know. Everyone wants pets now. Yes, I know. Do I have to hide it again, Siri? Okay. I know. Meow. See, you know where this is going? I feel mad. I feel like I'm taunting them. But they're all like, you guys are okay. You're so cute. Everyone gets another one. Just for being cute. Yep. Can we sit? Siri, you know how to sit. You can sit. No, sit down. Thank you. No, Michael, sit. No, sit. No, you know. He's too. Thank you for your sit. There you go. Bixby. Oh, you're already laying down. She knows the advanced move. There you go. There's yours, Bixby. Bixby. Bixby likes to do tricks with me the most, and that's why she's so bad. Because I give her lots of them. Stop trying to eat my fingers. Oh my god. Siri is really into food. He's a foodie. But he does the most exercise. But he's really picky about what he eats. I know. And he also is very stubborn. He doesn't like to do tricks for the food. But I have to make them do the tricks for the food. Otherwise, then they feel like they can get it all the time. So we have sit, lay down, and we also have speak. But I'm also trying to teach them it in Arabic too. And that's been a whole thing. But they're slowly learning Arabic. Yeah, Siri's always in my cooking room. She's awful. But they know what na'akul means. Na'akul. That means, shall we eat? Or it means, let's eat. Or, kind of like all of us eat, basically. Na'akul. Yeah, he says it back. Ah, it's so cute. I love them. I have to hide this up here. I know. Yes, it's going on top of the cabinet. I know, everybody got their treat. But most of the time I speak Arabic to the cats. Yes, hi. Good boy. Everybody happy now? Yeah, everyone's purring. Good job. Everyone got catnip and treats. If we just had Bixby here, I could show you more tricks. Because she can sit, lay down. She can stand too. They all know how to stand. And they know it in Spanish too. So like, levantense would be like to stand, and siéntense, is that like quiet? Siéntense is either like sit or quiet, but I use it as like be still basically, and then they'll kind of like sit and chill out. Um, but yeah, my pets are gonna be polyglots. So if I die, they'll be able to go to multiple households. Right, guys? Yeah. They all want more. Do you see her? That's normally her spot when the other cats are in here. When everyone isn't in here, or everyone's like chilling, she lays in there. But Bixby's really good at it. That's why she's super fat. Because it's really fun. And I'm like practicing my language stuff by doing this with her. So then. And she's just really cute. Anyways, I gotta cook dinner now. And then I have some homework I got to do. I have a discussion post I should probably do. Which really isn't a lot. It only takes me like 15 or so minutes. So it's not that bad. I think I have 2 discussion posts, and that's my homework for the day. I will be checking mail before I leave the house in the morning. Good. It's not, I don't know, I have like a little story and stuff, so I'm not going to spoil it, but I think you'll read it and you'll be like, oh my god, of course. But I did not get this. I want you to know that I did not get this package until today. So what I sent you is completely unrelated. It is just very ironic that you gave me what you gave me. Which is kind of a spoiler, but you're not going to be able to guess what it is, so it's fun. Okay, but I got to go. I guess it's time for me to go. I guess it's time for me to go now. And tomorrow we're playing straight, which is super exciting. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. The pussies say they enjoyed your company, and I did too. So, no fighting. No fighting. Be nice. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So sleep well, stay safe, stay alive, and toots!